mad ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your week off right with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jams, The Bird.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. This is me, Jabbar Edmonds, a.k.a. ShawtySaprano, with my brother, your brother, John Muhammad.
All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in and we're going to start off with some news, all right? So we're going to talk about what's happening in the news, today's news. And actually, it was something that happened over the weekend. So this weekend we had a tragic story, man, where it was one man is dead and two others are in the hospital after an early morning home invasion, according to the St. Petersburg Police Department. Corey D. McClendon, 35, was shot and died at the scene. Akeem Marks, 25, was taken to the hospital in a critical but stable condition. His brother Shavon Marks, 20, also suffered life-threatening injuries. And so, a tragic incident that happened over the weekend. But it's just, a testament to what the time is and the time that we're living in. So we definitely want to give our condolences to the families, and we're praying for everybody who's dealing with any grief.
Yes, increase the peace, y'all.
Absolutely. And stop the violence, man. Like I say, we can't really stop the violence, but we can increase the peace. Another thing that's happening in the news also last week, Brother Jabbar, I don't know if you saw it, I think I posted it, where the National Low-Income Housing Report actually shows that in the state of Florida, working at a minimum wage of $8.25 an hour, you'd have to work 84 hours, brother. 84 hours to afford a modest one-bedroom rental home at fair market value.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Modern day slavery, y'all.
Modern day slavery, for real, man. For real. And so, yeah, just a testament to the work that we're doing, as with the New Deal for St. Pete. We're actually working to do something about these affordable housing prices and make sure that, you know what I mean, and put together programs and whatnot to really address the affordable housing crisis, because it is indeed a crisis that's going on, man. I mean, you think about it, like I said, $8.25 an hour, you got to work 84 hours. And that's just for a one-bedroom, Brother Jabbar.
What I'm going to do with that? What I'm going to live with that?
Right. It's a modest one-bedroom. Now, I don't know what modest is, but yeah, it don't sound like nothing that we really want to be messing around with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Gentrification affects everybody, not just the black people, but also all low-income people, man.
For real. And that's the other part of it. When we hear about low income, or we hear about people who are living in poverty and can't afford houses, it ain't a black issue, man. That's an income issue. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's a people thing.
It's a people thing all the way, bro. And so, yeah, man, so that's what we kind of working on. We're doing these things in the community to really address that. Another one of the things that we've been addressing and working with is the low wages and really dealing with that. And so I know we got some entertainment coming up. We're going to talk about some entertainment, maybe some sports, what's happening in the entertainment world, Brother Jabbar. So
Yes. And today, in entertainment, I know a lot of people know about the young rapper XXX, who had got murdered tragically outside a motorcycle shop down in Deerfield Beach.
Yeah.
Yes. The 3 perpetrators have been caught. They were on social media boasting about the crime. They dry snitched on themselves.
Dry snitched. I think they just outright first 48'd on themselves,
yes,
man. That was crazy, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, when they showing videos with stolen goods and stuff that belonged to the man.
In the video, they were flashing the bag that they stole. See, a lot of people don't know. Nowadays, a lot of rappers, they travel with a lot of cash.
Right.
They have these backpacks, and a lot of times it be loaded with cash. And these particular individuals wanted to kill the man for his cash.
That's so crazy, man, because it really shows a testament to values and what we place value on. And we value the material goods more than we value the life of a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, extremely sad situation, man. 4 people lost their lives. 1 man is dead, and these 3 young men might, very well get death penalty or something like that, though, man. It's a real crazy situation right now here. So, like I say, we want to increase the peace around here.
Now, with the brother, I know I saw something that they were saying where, you know, he wasn't really popular with folks because of something that he had done to some other girl or something like that.
Yeah. In a sad situation, little homie was going through a lot of trials and tribulations with himself, and right before he passed, he said he had changed his ways.
Yeah.
He had said that he had denounced the things that he was doing in the past.
Right.
And wanted to change his life for the better.
And you know, that's kind of how it happens too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You hear that narrative a lot, man. And, you know, where you're trying to really get right, but you know, certain time and circumstances happen before we can actually, you know, complete that cycle, man.
Yeah, one foot in the game, one foot out.
Yeah, so the message in that is get both feet out the game.
Yeah, just get out the game.
Just you know what I mean?
Period.
And I know that's easier said than done, you know what I'm saying? And we can say that all day, but you know, we have to really be intentional about moving and making those moves, man. And I saw a good book by Jay Prince, and Jay Prince, the Art and Science of Respect. And he's the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records. And
Godfather Jay.
The Godfather Jay, man. And in his book, the Art and Science of Respect, he talks about his moment where, you know, he actually decided that he was going to get out the game, you know what I mean? And what that transition and that process was like for him, you know what I mean?
And one thing about Big J, man, Jay just squashed the beef between two other rappers. And out of major respect, Drake and Pusha T put the beef down because Jay Prince told him.
Right. And he was one that, you know, another one that, you know, he said he had to, you know, stop the beat, you know what I mean, and change his life. And so, you know, a lot of times, you know, like I said, you don't want to wait too late for that to happen, man.
That's right.
All right, so we are in the Stay Woke section, huh? We in the Stay Woke moment.
Woke, y'all.
Yeah, so what you got, man, for us as it relates to the conscious news, man?
Conscious news,
Stay
man.
woke.
Stay woke. This ain't just for the woke crowd. This is for anybody. This is for anybody that want to better their life, whether it be from diet, economics. And today we want to talk about finances. We're talking about a lot of deaths that done happened, and in the financing part, and we want to talk about life insurance, y'all.
Right.
We talking about a lot of people dying and a lot of deaths here in our local community.
Right.
We're going through a lot of deaths.
Right.
And so we really want to. I told you I was listening to Dr.
Boyce
Watkins.
Right.
And he just really dropped the real game on me. He said, you know, $5 a day can get you a multi-million-dollar policy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That can be held off to your kids in the event of your death. No more fish fries and t-shirt parties
Come on,
to bury
man.
people.
That's crazy.
So in the Stay Woke part of this, because I even myself have been doing a real lot of research about getting me a whole life policy.
Right.
And really handing my kids some wealth, handing my kids a fortune at the event of my demise.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, with just in that same vein, I know they were saying that's kind of how Master P really, you know, did his thing. Where
exactly.
he got a $10,000 life insurance policy from his pops.
So one thing rich people never tell you, a lot of wealth is inherited.
Right.
And a lot of those inheritance are insurance policies, y'all. It's not always cash, wealth, or property.
Stuff that they've accumulated over time.
Sometimes it's just he paid a policy for 30 years, and
right.
when he died, it was X amount of dollars.
Right.
Compound interest, and his family benefited significantly from it.
Right. Yeah, and that's important, man. And like you said, it's, you know, really having those policies, doing your research, you know, knowing which policies that you can borrow against and have penalties and
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing the due diligence that it takes to get the policy that will help your family and not only pay for your death, but also expand their way of living.
Exactly.
Grow their horizon in the event of your passing.
And you also want to make sure that you prepare your loved ones, man, by having, you know, like some financial literacy going on. So when they do get that $1 million policy or that 100,000 or a few 100,000 that you leave them, that they're in a position to actually do something with it and not, you know, blow the whole check. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it's financial literacy is an important part of everything that we're doing. Even if you do get a large amount of money, you have to manage that money. You got to pay Uncle Sam. You got to make
right.
investments. There's things that you have to do with that cash. You just can't go ball out and run off with the bag. You know what I mean?
Real talk, man. And so I remember we're really looking back maybe like a few years ago now when you was doing an interview. And on the interview, they said, so are you a community activist? And your response was?
What I told them, they asked me, was I a community activist? I told them no, that I was just active in my community.
Right. And then so with you being active in your community, I know you're a part of a lot of different campaigns and a lot of work that's going on. So what's one of the things that you are working on right now, man?
So right now we're working on the Second Chance Amendment, Amendment 4.
Right.
We went around, we got petitions signed, and people want it on the ballot.
Right.
Say yes to second chances on the November ballot.
And what I'm finding is that a lot of people don't really know what the second chances is, and so we pulled up a little data on that so that we can really be able to give that, and it's directly from secondchances.org, right? And it says Floridians from all walks of life believe in forgiveness, redemption, restoration, and ultimately second chances. And this is why voters from all corners of the state, all walks of life, support Amendment 4. And Amendment 4 is also an unwavering dedication of a truly grassroots movement. Like you said, we worked on it. We actually were out in the streets, signing petitions, getting people to sign. And we actually had over 1.1 million petitions signed to put Amendment 4, the Voting Restoration Amendment, on the November ballot. And, it's one of them cases where, they have been asking, or we have been asking politicians to put it on the ballot for a long time. But since they didn't put it on the ballot, the people actually took the initiative to put it on the ballot themselves. So shout out to the people, man.
That's right. It's so many people that have been disenfranchised by the laws in Florida. We must take a step into get this onto the Constitution of Florida. This ain't just a regular law. This is going to be in the Constitution. Upon finishing of the sentence, everyone will have the rights to vote back, except major felony criminals. I know there's a list.
Right. Yeah, I think it outlines that there's certain types of felonies that won't be like murder, certain sex offenses, and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Where you won't be able to get your rights restored from there. But I think it's important, man. Because again, it's the surveys and the data and the polling show that Floridians from all walks of life actually believe in second chances, man. And then in November, we want to make sure that you vote yes on Amendment 4. Vote yes on Amendment 4, man.
That's right. That's right. Even if you can't vote, take somebody who can vote to the precinct to vote. Get the word out. Ask some people to vote for you. I am a convicted felon. I cannot vote, and I do a lot of things in the community myself, and I have no other control over the process. But I take people to vote. I ask people to vote for me. I've been doing this since.
I think you done did more voting.
I know through people. I've done more voting through
people, right?
than a person. So yeah, they have messed up. But I actually really campaign to ask people. Anybody that knows me closely, and if they know they can vote, I always ask them, "Are you gonna vote?" If you don't know, I tell you who to vote for.
Right.
I do the research.
That's right.
But
That's right.
So, but on the real, I always do that because deep down there is no way to stop a person that's determined.
And a lot of times in the community, you hear people in certain circles say, well, voting don't matter, voting don't count, So how do you respond to people who feel that way? People who actually have the right to vote, how do you respond to them when they say that?
Well, I think that, you can just look at how big name politicians are bought by corporations, and they're buying their votes and they're buying that power because it does matter.
Right.
They wouldn't take my right to vote away from me if it didn't matter.
Right.
They would not have systematically taken the rights away from African Americans since slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Since slavery, they systematically made laws and rules to keep us from voting. If that didn't matter, they would have never done that.
Right.
They invest billions of dollars in disenfranchisement. They killed our leaders because of disenfranchisement to keep us from voting. Now we're in this new millennium, and we're just stopping us from voting.
Right. We selectively choose. It's like we believe the hype. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like we think by not voting we're protesting against the system. No. But how you said it one time, you ain't protesting. You actually done bought in.
You done bought in. You participating.
Right.
You holding your vote back isn't in protest. You're actually doing what they want. You're playing into the plan that they laid back in Jim Crow and Willie Lynch and
the civil rights struggles that
all those plots and plans are coming to fruition right now in our face when people say, "Oh well, it don't matter. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway."
Right.
My voice don't matter. I can't say that. I think that our voices matter tremendously, and they take a lot and do a lot to keep us from feeling that way.
Right. And so what do you think will be the impact of this once it's passed and you have, I think it said like 1.1 voters. What do you think will be the impact of having, over 1 million people being able to
Ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start your week off right with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jams, The Bird.